Hi everybody. In today's video, I'll share with you what I know about Common Ground, what it is, what it feels like to have it, what it feels like to lose it, and why the dog culture and dog hating community should look at this a little bit closer. And at the end of the video, I will provide two awesome examples on how to get common ground with the dog lovers. So, common ground is shared interest, beliefs, or opinions between two people or groups of people who disagree about most other subjects. So, what does it feel like to have common ground? Well, it feels good because now you can feel secure. You can be honest. You can state your real feelings instead of adjusting what you have to say to fit in the group. And if you don't have common ground, it's because somebody in the group is not seeking it. Somebody wants the other people to think the way that they think. So, also, if you don't have common ground, that feels bad and it puts you in a position where you have to kind of adjust the truth to fit in and other such things. And for an example of that, I'll provide the link to this article. Another article I will provide is this one called The Quotable Coach. This one talks about throwing dirt at people causes you to lose ground. So, isn't it funny that they say throwing dirt in relation to common ground because that's dirt? So, there's a lot of interesting stuff in here, but have a look at this one. So, if you go after somebody in a debate, but you don't let them have common ground with you, they dig in deeper. They'll get dug in like an Alabama tick. Extra points if you know what movie that's from. When you have common ground, you can really get things done. Think of some examples from life, like in sports. Both teams want to win and they want the other team to lose, but they have to play on the same field. They have to play by a similar set of rules. They want the stadium to make money. They want the sports fans to show up. Sure, they could just, trash the other team, go behind their back, do some stuff to make them look bad to win, but then they wouldn't get paid. They wouldn't be part of the huge sports. The same thing with the race car driver that's trying to get second or third or fourth place. He wants the other people to be on the racetrack too, so that he can be in place with them. He doesn't want the racetrack to be ruined. He doesn't want the other drivers' cars to be ruined, because if he's just on the track by himself, winning the race, well, that's not good. That's not going to be fun, and it's not going to go anywhere. So common ground is a huge thing for any type of debate, any type of thing that we need to do as a team. Like I talked about, it's like a sports team, or as even as individuals that are seeking the same goal, like with the race car example. But in the critics of dogs, this is also important. So when we have channels that are named I Hate Dogs, War on Dogs, K None, etc., here's the problem with this. Now, again, I know everybody's going to try to call me a bully or whatever, but this is a valid topic. If you get a dog owner out there and they want to go on YouTube and look some of this stuff up, as soon as they see this type of stuff, this I hate dogs, they're going to be gone. Because dog haters know themselves that all you have to do is voice a complaint about dog barking and you'll be labeled a hater. You go on YouTube and call yourself a dog hater, or call yourself one of these other names, you're just going to push dog haters away. They're going to go get dug in, more and more dug in. You have to find common ground with these people, because if you don't, you're just going to collect a bunch of dog haters. The people that come on YouTube, they're just going to be dog haters. And if you go into a live stream from I Hate Dogs live streams, most of the people in there are just trash talking dog owners, calling them ugly, stupid, dumb, brain dead. And maybe those are accurate observations. I can see how dog haters can get those observations. But if you're not getting common ground with the dog owners, if you're just going to be snarky, then you're really not going to get anywhere. And I've actually learned this and demonstrated this through my interaction with the dog haters. When I first joined up YouTube with my dog culture review channel, the common ground was the hatred of dogs. They assumed that I was just on board with everything they had to say. But then what happened? I talked about antinatalism. I talked about communism. I critiqued Kanan. I critiqued other channels. And all of a sudden, the common ground was gone. They threw me under the bus. They went to my Facebook page, stole pictures of me, like I'm showing you right here. And so we lost common ground. So me, a person that they thought was a dog hater, they completely treated me like SHIT just because I didn't pull the weight for them. I disagreed with I Hate Dogs on talking about political stuff on our channels. I think we should be able to do that. I disagreed with I Hate Dogs about boycotting businesses. I don't think we should recommend doing that. We have to find common ground with the dog haters. Otherwise, we're just going to collect haters, and we're just going to, the net effect of all of this is just going to make the dog lovers dig in deeper. So an example of common ground is actually right here. That dog belongs to my little brother. And I'm not going to tell my little brother that I'm not going to hang out with him because he has hunting dogs. I'm going to find common ground with him. When we hang out once or twice a month, we have good conversations about dog culture. He puts his dog in the back of the truck so it doesn't bother us. If I come over to his house with my mom and he makes dinner for us like he has a couple times, he has the air filters on, he has the vacuum on, his dogs are in the hallway with their shock collars on and they don't bother us. So that's an example of the common ground that I've reached with the dog owner. And I actually have several examples. So, I mean, it can be done. So how can we find common ground with the dog lovers? Well, let me put this article in the description for you to read. Just read it if you want to. But now let's do 2 exercises about this. Okay, step 1. Find an issue that a lot of people are very passionate about, and it doesn't have to directly do with dogs. One of the issues is welfare and food stamps, and what are the states doing with all of their tax money? So this is a political issue, right? This is something that I Hate Dogs said I can't talk about, but this is what we need to talk about. So food stamps, all right. Go in the comments, though. So you'll find in the comments a lot of different people talking about how they used to get food stamp money, but they don't. And a lot of these people are military veterans, people that have worked for years and years for Department of Sanitation or Transportation. So they've put in their time, they've earned their rights to get some of this assistance. But you can go in these comments and talk to these people and say, hey guys, part of this problem is your state is spending hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars on dogs. Okay? And then you can go to my channel, or you can go to Kanan's channel too. Here are some videos about all the tax money that goes to dogs for rescuing dogs from ponds, building multi-million-dollar shelters while people go hungry in the community. I Hate Dogs even did a video about that. I'll put that one in the description. But you can grab this playlist or grab one of these videos and go into those conversations and just share it and make a comment. No snarkiness, no trash talking. Just say, hey, that's really sad that you guys aren't able to get some of your benefits that you deserve. Did you realize the people that are voted into your state? Did you realize what they're doing with your money? They're spending it on dogs, or they're giving it to welfare recipients that do not feed their own kids while they feed their dogs with food stamp and welfare money. And yes, I know food stamps technically aren't for dog food. I can see the comments coming in for that already, but people get around that because they just feed their dogs human food that they buy with food stamps. Here's another hot topic. Here's another little exercise you can do. Women's rights. That's a huge thing right now. They're talking about Project 2025. Some of these articles are from years ago, but they're also talking about the Trump election is going to affect women's rights. All you got to do is go into one of these videos. You can pick a newer video too. Watch this. We'll do a little exercise. We're going to select videos that are newer. Go to your filters on YouTube. Look up this week. So what are people talking this week about with women's rights? All right, here's some from 4 days ago. If you go in these comments, people have a lot to say. They have a lot to say about women not getting a fair shake. Okay, well, then you can do this. You can go over to one of these channels. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Here we are. This is a playlist called Dogs and Women. These are videos that illustrate how dog ownership has a very negative effect on women in the workplace and everywhere else. Right there at the restaurant. This woman, her job was to babysit dogs, and she was almost killed because of it. Many of these women work for veterinary shops, shelters, and they are killed and maimed and even lost an arm. So you could grab one of these videos or this full playlist. I believe that K-Nun and I Hate Dogs has a bunch of videos that are just like this. I think some of my playlists are actually from those channels. But you can grab one of these videos, go into one of these women's rights discussions and say, hey guys, that's an interesting point. But have you heard about all the damage that dog culture does to women and the way that dogs are targeted to be adopted by women? Because they do. They target women to adopt these dogs. They target single moms to adopt these dogs. Single moms that are living paycheck to paycheck, and then they adopt a Great Dane or a Corso that they can barely feed or causes their ankle to get broken. So that has been a look at Common Ground. So what do you all think? Do you think Common Ground is a good way to create change, or should we just stick to our corner and not talk about this? See you in the comments. Bye.